Hi, this is part one of a little series on aspects of the cross, doing this particularly for Easter week. When Debbie and I got engaged, we of course bought a ring. We've been students for the last 3 years, so we had no money. The ring is really pretty and means a lot to us, of course, but to be honest, you have to lean in to spot the diamonds. It's such a contrast to when you get a royal wedding and you get a photograph of the gorgeous rings that they're able to present. Beautifully cut, shining in every facet, absolutely glorious. And the good news of Jesus is a little bit like that. So for this Easter week, we're going to look at different facets, different sides of the cross, because each one is glorious and illuminates the others. So today we're just looking at the idea of ransom. Ransom. Jesus once said, "The Son of Man came to give his life as a ransom for many." If you're a looker-upper, that's Mark chapter 10, verse 45. Now, of course, you'll be familiar with the idea of kidnapping for money. Perhaps the best known in recent years are the Somalian pirates on the Horn of East Africa, taking individuals and even ships and not giving them back until they have a ransom. But the idea is thousands of years old, and if you will, you could imagine that a couple of thousand years ago, I'm a slave in a marketplace in the Middle East, and you came in to purchase me. You might want to check my muscles if you can find them. You might want to check my teeth. The price is 50 quid. You're probably going to barter that down because I got an iffy back and I'm knocking on a bit. So eventually you settle on a price, £15, a hair grip, half a bag of Revels, whatever the price is, and you hand the price over. And the Greek word for that is what we translate as ransom. The Greek word is lutron. It's the price given to free a slave, or to purchase a slave. So you hand over the loot and I'm yours. You've bought me, you've ransomed me. Imagine my joy then, if you then decide to set me free. Amazing. That's the picture here of the cross. He ransomed us. Jesus stepped into this world's marketplace and paid an incredible price. Reflecting on this a few years later, Peter, the disciple of Christ, said, "You were ransomed from an empty way of life with the precious blood of Christ." That's 1 Peter 1 verse 19. You were ransomed from an empty way of life with the precious blood of Christ. You see, God values each one of us. He put a price on us, the precious blood of his Son. And Jesus willingly paid that price. Why? To set us free from an empty life. You see, the cross and Easter week, it wasn't that things got out of control, things went a bit wild. No, it was a deliberate act for you and for me and for the world. Well, so what, someone says. Well, here's what I think. Take a bit of time this week to look at this facet of Easter and just say, wow, that's amazing. Just take a bit of time to marvel, to wonder and revel at such love. And when you've done that, just take a moment to say thank you. The amazing thing is we get to choose, having looked at the ring and looked at the different facets, this one particularly, ransom, we get to choose if we accept the engagement, if we wear the ring or not. So cheers. Happy Easter week.